Construction on the border wall will begin within the next couple of months. That's according to President Donald Trump. President Trump signed 2 executive orders to boost border security and crack down on immigrants living in the U.S. illegally. The president signed the 2 orders this afternoon during a ceremony at the Department of Homeland Security. The executive orders mean the construction of a U.S.-Mexico border wall will begin very soon. Trump says he expects U.S. taxpayers to pay for the upfront costs, but insists that Mexico will somehow reimburse the United States. The proposed border wall will be built in the backyard of some people who live right here in the valley. There are some people living along that border wall that tell us the walls keep them protected. Others have a very different opinion. Channel 5's Gabriela Garza has more. Gabriela.
Carrie, I spoke to a Progreso man who tells us he moved towards the border to be safe. We spoke to Daniel Jones today. He was a longtime Weslaco resident until recently when he moved to Progreso Lakes. Jones says he was a victim to break-ins at his previous home, and he says he enjoys the peace and security at his new home.
I like the safety. It kind of slows people down trying to cross the border. I don't like the wildlife impact, and I think that needs to be addressed.
Jones, an avid bird watcher, tells us he hopes the construction of this border wall will not impact the wildlife in the area, one of the reasons he moved out of the city. Overall, Jones says he feels like this border wall will be a positive thing to control the criminal activity that is associated with the border.
Well, yes, exactly. I think we have a serious drug problem in this country, and our country seems to want the drugs, and so they're bringing them across the border, and that brings the criminal element with it. And we need to control that.
We reached out to other people living along the border and found many with very different opinions. Some people tell us the crime is their main concern and they hope this will help control it. The most outspoken were various farmers, some whose land is caught in between the gaps and even behind the current wall. One farmer tells us he has no idea what this will mean for his land. He's unsure if it will fall in between the river and the wall. People along the river valley-wide are concerned. Later today, we will hear the stories of people worried about where they fall along the border line. We also hear from those who feel this is a positive addition along the U.S.-Mexico border. In the Channel 5 studio, Gabriela Garza, Channel 5 News at 4.